welcome to the last Gab and Jam of the year and also the last Gab and Jam of the decade. This is episode 106, Year in Review 2019. Our goal for this episode is to look at what we have committed to improving. If you've missed it, check out 19 for 2019 goals. Or look at what we've committed to starting, what we actually did, and finally the ways that we could have improved upon our results.
All right.
All right, so what I'd like to do is look at a list of the things that I know for sure that Bruce has committed to doing as a part of his 19 for 2019 and definitely has completed.
Okay.
So that's what I was going to talk about and then let you reflect on that.
Okay.
So the one thing I know for sure that you've done that you hadn't done before was run a marathon. You completed that.
Did that.
The next thing was upload a song per week.
We did
that. We completed one original new song per month.
Yeah, at least.
We did that. We did more traveling, and then I know for sure you got your 20,000 steps in again for how many? This is the fourth year?
Third year.
Third full year. So yeah. I know for sure those things were done. Are there anything you want to talk about in relationship to completing those goals?
I could do the marathon thing better.
Okay, what do you mean? I
can do better time.
Okay.
So, because I ended up having to walk through some of it, just simply because I was having cramping and all other kind of issues going on, and so I ended up having to walk. So my commitment this year is to sign up again, but to do the 26 point whatever, and don't walk any of it.
Okay, all right.
So
don't forget to check out our 20 for 2020, which is our next episode.
Better time too, because I think because of the walking that I had to do like after mile 20 or so, because of the cramping, I ended up I think my time was like 11-minute miles or something like that, which for me was embarrassing. So anyway, but it was complete.
We're proud of you.
It was over.
Yeah,
It was
a check mark. It was done. All right. So what about any of the other goals? The song per week. Reflecting back, what could you possibly have done differently, or did you want to do anything differently, or
not really.
It was cool? Okay.
Not really. I mean, that was cool. That was
cool.
Fun,
and complete one song per month.
I don't know if we actually completed one song per month as much as we completed over 12 songs during the course of the year.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I can't say that every month I completed a song.
But roughly,
at the same token,
averaging.
Yeah, but at the same token, some months it might have done like 3 or 4 songs.
Right. Okay.
Some months, there's something like that. But
okay, and what we were talking about earlier was the fact that this may have been something that we had done before, but because we were charting, there was a definite keeping track of what we were doing.
Right.
That it made it easier to figure out if we had met that goal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because you were, and it's kind of easier too once you're on a computer and you're doing stuff, so you can kind of see when you finish, when you started stuff, and that kind of thing. So you have a record of it. So that always makes it a lot easier. Okay. So I don't know if there's anything I would add to that. I mean, I think probably get more discipline in completing songs even if I don't like them.
Okay.
So
I'm not very like a challenge.
Yeah, I'm not very good at completing songs I don't like.
Okay.
So especially if I'm not feeling it lyrically or melodically with the vocals or something like that, that becomes more of a challenge. Or sometimes the music can get stale to me. So it's like I can listen to it a few times over and over again, and after a while I just stop. The music doesn't
speak to you anymore.
Right.
If you're not saying.
And then I don't even want to hear it anymore. And once I stop wanting to hear it, then it's hard to write to it.
Oh wow.
So
and travel. So last year we did London, and we have plans for next year. But what did you get from the process of having traveled to London? What did you learn that maybe you can apply for future travel?
Probably pack less.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you still end up just.
Yeah.
I know I end up overpacking.
I overpack because I like to have options for outfits.
Right, but that's probably the biggest thing. What about you?
For me, for traveling, probably is.
I mean, I don't know if that was on your list or not.
I don't know if it was on my list either.
Okay.
I have to see in a minute.
Okay.
But I guess for me, it's just relax. Just to keep remembering to relax and take my time.
Okay.
And that was something we talked about in one of the Gab and Jam Lights, the Blockvember. But just relax. I mean, relax and try to be as lucid and as in the moment as possible.
Okay, so why don't we go one for one? Why don't you look at your list and look at my list?
Okay.
So we covered number one on my list.
Yeah.
Okay, which was run a marathon.
Okay.
Okay, so what's number one on your list?
Number one was pitch a few times a week without fear and without overthinking.
Okay, so that's a very objective and subjective goal. So objectively, you can say, did I pitch a few times a week?
Can I just talk to the stuff that I know for sure I've done and then go back to that?
Okay.
Okay. The stuff I know I did was I created weekly blog posts, podcast, video. It may not have been faithful to every single week, but I know it was an increase over the year before.
Okay.
So I can definitely speak to that.
Okay.
I can definitely speak to the newsletters. We're in fact starting about to send out 2 other newsletters along with the monthly newsletter that we've been doing for the past 3 years. I know for sure that I am in the process of curating that full-fledged rockstar wardrobe for every occasion, because that's my commitment. And then being more responsive and sensitive to those in my life. I think I've done a better job with that, but of course I probably have to ask you guys.
That's really that's a weird one.
Well, but I'm saying I can feel. I guess there have been times before when I felt like I needed to do something, and I like, okay, no, that wasn't in the schedule, that wasn't the plan. Whereas now I back up and say, okay, this is what is needed for now for this person or for this situation.
Okay.
Just relax and don't be talking about, oh, it's not,
Okay.
So I guess I feel like I've done more of that.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So that's where I was. Now, going back to the pitching a few times a week.
Yeah.
I started out strong, but
No, go
yeah,
ahead.
no, I did. I started out strong, but over the weeks and months, I would say we pitch regularly as far as putting our hat in the ring for different things, but as far as a different approach or upping it or finding other avenues, I have not.
Okay, so what do you think you can do to, I guess, improve on it? If this is going to be something for you moving forward, I'm not saying it is, but maybe it's not.
And that's what it's kind of tough to speak to that because I got a different 20 for 20.
Okay.
So some things are going to repeat and then some things aren't. But pitching is probably going to be a part of our foundation.
Okay.
So I guess making it, again, a regular practice and just not thinking twice about it, but especially if it's easy.
Right.
And that's what I think I've been doing. If I see something where they say, hey, original song, hey, Christmas original, hey, I already have the files set up and the system set up to go grab them. So I've been doing that.
Okay.
But I haven't sought out. I was expecting that I was going to be seeking out sponsorships and all that, but I have kind of relaxed on that, and I'm just trying to build our base now.
Okay.
That's my thing. So,
okay.
So for you, get better on bass. What do you think? Number 2 for you.
I don't think I got better in the way that I wanted to. So and that's so I can go 2, 3, and 4, which was get better on bass, get better on guitar, get better on keys. I don't think I necessarily got better in the way that I wanted to, meaning that adding more kind of music theory kind of stuff, exercises, things like that. I didn't do that. So I didn't add a lot of that stuff to my repertoire of playing as much as I think I spent a lot more time creating stuff.
Okay.
So in which I have a pile of stuff now. So it's sort of like trying to get out of that mode. In a way, it was distracting. It's sort of like anytime I normally kind of pick up a guitar or something, I end up
writing something new
or going towards something new. It's sort of like the way we start off. I start off playing that song from Prince's 1999 Deluxe, and then usually just segues into me start messing around on something. Yeah. So I'm not saying it's necessarily a song per se, but the creative process starts to
start again.
Yeah. So usually it kind of gets in the way.
And then it leads to something else instead of stopping.
And stopping and actually taking the time to actually kind of just practice stuff. So, I think I've always had that problem, which is probably why I've never gotten good at that stuff.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I'm curious to see what our 20 for 20 will be, but
right.
So you did 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna do 3. Oh yeah, 3 and 4 go together for me. Learn to create kick-ass music video. Create music videos once a month. I'm still learning, and I didn't spend a lot of time on doing more learning. And then creating, I know I didn't create once a month. I might have created once every quarter, probably 2 since last year.
Okay.
So I know I can do better on that, but yeah. So for you, so learn more music theory was part of your.
Yeah, it's kind of in there. So for me, 1 was run a marathon. 2, get better on bass. 3, get better on guitar. 4, get better on keys. 5, learn more music theory. Those, 2 through 5 kind of go together, meaning that I start doing one thing and then I segue into something else.
Doing something else.
Right, which is usually another song, another snippet, something.
Okay.
So I'm going to double back and say, okay, I'm going to try to, again, focus on those things and getting better at those things. Because, it expands your vocabulary.
Yeah.
It's sort of like if you are expanding your vocabulary, if you're a writer and you learn more about syntax, more about grammar, you have a broader vocabulary, then all of a sudden what you can write about expands. Or maybe,
the way you write about it can deepen.
Right.
It could be more impactful.
It
more
can
poetic,
be. You learn
persuasive.
more about maybe a field, maybe the medical field. So then, who knows? As a writer, you might decide to write something about a doctor because you've learned more about this thing. And so, I like adding or having music theory as a part of what you do is in no way limiting. If anything, it expands the universe.
The options, yeah.
Right, because then you can do a lot more. So
that's the reason why you want to.
Yeah. So that's more of that. So.
Okay, let's go down. Oh, I didn't do number 6. Number 6 was have guest music reviews each month, and in fact, I have our guest reviewer, the one that we had been using, has contacted me, and it's just been a little crazy during the holiday time, so it just didn't happen. So. Perhaps I'll continue with that. Perhaps I won't. I'll see what my 20 for 20 are because I got a lot of stuff going on. So for you, do you want to do number 8, do more muscle building exercises? How'd that go?
So I guess it depends. I did add a rowing machine.
Yes.
And so I think there's been some people say, oh yes, that does work for strength. Some people say it just works for toning. I feel like it does work for strength because I definitely feel like I've been doing squats and deadlifts. And making sure I stretch out everything, and so I definitely feel it in my muscles, my arms, and I feel it in my legs. So I do feel like that's a little bit more on that, And another thing, kind of going back to the marathon issue, is that I've been battling this ankle injury, so means that I have to rely a little bit more on the rower than I did, kind of for the cardio aspect of it. So it kind of brings all aspects to it. It brings the cardio, a bit of the strength, a bit of the conditioning. So yes. So, but what I would like to add, kind of moving forward, would be more of the push-up challenge.
Okay.
So to put that aspect into what I do too. So that way I can get it even better. So again, this is a way to kind of tick that one goal up a notch.
Okay, I like it, but it's nice that you were able to accomplish it.
Right.
For us, I'm skipping down to number 7 was the mailing list for PMG Custom and PMG Records. That's all part of the newsletter, so that will be happening. It already actually is, but now that the newsletters are going out, it makes a difference. And then number 10, have 3 meetups. That didn't happen.
Okay.
So as far as our networking
we had
goes,
at least one.
We had one. We did.
London.
We did.
Yeah.
But as far as having at least 3, no. So
yeah, but we had at least one in London.
Yeah, that's true.
I tried to have one at South by Southwest.
Yeah, we did.
Right.
Yeah.
Had one, not necessarily intentional one, at Sweetwater with the one guy that we had run into.
Yeah,
and, so,
yeah. Okay,
so, yeah.
all right. So if you look at that, then that can count as 3. But
right.
Okay, I like it.
Well.
And I didn't do the read at least one badass blogging online marketing book. I just haven't.
Okay.
So that was my number 10. So for you, number 9, improve time management. How is that coming?
I don't know. I didn't even think about that as far as gauging this goal. Because if you're bad at managing your time, how will you know if you actually got good? Because
you'll be able to get more done. You'll feel more accomplished. I guess that's the way I feel about it. Yeah. You'll feel more accomplished because you'll feel like I got more done.
That's up on that one.
Okay, so that's a good thing.
I guess.
Okay, good. You got more done than you feel like you did previous year.
I don't know what I got done last year, but
okay, so this year
felt,
as the benchmark.
I guess. I don't know.
This year was crazy busy.
Well, it was busy. That's true, but I don't know how much I got done.
Okay.
Or to say that I necessarily got more done because I was better at managing my time. I can't necessarily say that's true. I might have been quicker at doing it, and maybe that did it.
Yeah.
Maybe I spent more time working on one song than the other. But who knows why? Okay. I don't know. That's one that's up to the universe to say.
That's a little subjective.
It is.
Okay. What about number 10 for you? Stay productive even when you're down or depressed.
I think I did that.
Mm-hmm. I think I can vouch for you for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. From what I know about you from years past.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll go along with that.
Because I think having the regular schedule of every Sunday, having a clip to go up, a song to go, I think even if you didn't feel like it, it's like, okay, I got to meet that requirement.
Yeah.
That's the way it seemed to me.
But that goes back to my other point. All I got to do is pick up the guitar, and usually something's going to come out.
Right.
So it's usually there on my phone. So I have like a ton of clips that I haven't even gone back to those.
Yeah.
Because I can't deal with the clips that are on the computers. So, I mean, it's like, so I can't even think about peeling back to the clips that are on my phone.
Oh, wow.
That I haven't finished.
Oh, wow.
So.
Okay.
All right.
Let's move on to write, record, distribute at least 12 songs. Well, in the same vein as you, I know for sure that we have done it collectively.
Yes.
So that's one I will count as a credit.
Right.
Number 13, utilize more minimalist housekeeping practices. Don't bring in items without throwing things out. I think I've been successful in that part.
Okay.
That if I bring something in, I'm definitely saying, okay, I already have that. If it's broken, throw it out. If it doesn't fit right, throw it out, or Goodwill or whatever.
Right.
I think I've been better at that and not just collecting junk.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm piling stuff. I feel like I've achieved. No.
Right.
That if there's not a definite use for it, don't bring it in.
Yeah.
Leave it. Even if it's somebody trying to give me something. Oh, okay, that's nice. Just re-gift it to somebody else right then and there.
Right.
So that's how I've been doing that.
Okay.
So for you, number 13, enjoy family more.
I think I've done that when they want to be bothered. So I mean, if they want to be bothered with me, then I think we enjoy time. But when they don't, then that's okay too, because then that gives me free time. So
but at least you've tried.
Yeah, maybe sometimes they want to be bothered, but I think they don't want to be bothered. So
because you want your free time.
Yeah, maybe that's it too. I don't know, but it depends. I've been available when they've been available. So.
Oh, that's sweet. All right, I'm gonna skip down to 15 for me. Continue working on making my mojo, charm, persuasion, influence, leadership. I do think I have continued to work in that because it is required in order for us to move forward and to build what we're doing. I have to make decisions. I can't sit around and worry too much about. I have to, be strong in my decision making, quick in my decision making, and just move forward.
Okay.
And then networking. I've been networking more, so to me that's part of the mojo too.
Okay.
So for you, let's move down to 15. Getting the most out of your gear. Do you think you've done better at that this year?
Better at that this year, probably. In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. So just all depending on what the gear is. So I think I've done a good job of utilizing the myriad of guitars that I have.
Okay.
And basses.
Okay.
So
I think I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except I did realize that I didn't use my fretless as much this year.
Oh.
And so I was thinking about that too. It's like, oh man, I need to start to to kind of put that on a
Back
couple of more
in
tracks,
rotation.
right?
Okay.
So there are other things that I haven't done as good a job with, but you know, I mean, alas, there is unfortunately 24 hours in a
Right.
day. You have to sleep in them, then you have to go to work, and you have to commute, and you have to do all this other kind of stuff. So I'm not giving an excuse, but
Giving a reason.
I can be a little bit better at that. So again, that probably would be something I could
To look at for
you know, some of these things are kind of static. You can always try to get the best out of your gear.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
true.
Like, even if I thought I got the best out of my gear, there was probably something more I could have
done. That's true.
So yeah, that's always a process. So
okay. So I'm gonna skip down for you to 16. Do at least one home improvement.
I put out some bushes.
You did.
Did.
In this summer. Oh my
Sure
goodness.
did. And I put out all that mulch and all the rest of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
The whole bunch of outdoor work this year.
That's true.
Yeah, so
Okay.
did that.
All right, I like that.
Done.
All right, so for me, number 17, manage my energy better. I think I've done better at that, but that's just being responsive to, okay, what I need in the moment.
Right.
So I think I've done a better job of we were talking about the balance of the holidays where it's crazy busy, but then you need to also take the time that you do get that break to relax a little bit more than you probably would.
Right.
So it's the ebb and flow and being prepared for both.
Right.
So to take advantage of both. So I think so. So number 17 for you, be more profitable with music.
I've done steps to be more profitable with music, but sometimes, alas, I mean, you know, this is not something that I do in a vacuum. So, you know, there are other parties that are also part of it. So,
right, you actually this year probably made more off your bass playing than you made. I'm saying you had the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And then you had the almost thing that happened.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that is
that was a part of it, but you know, I think for me, I was thinking more in terms of like
the sync licensing,
the original stuff, and that kind of stuff. So I mean, you know, and you know, we've had opportunities and things like that. You know, so I mean, there are definitely irons in the fire.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. So
I like that. Okay, let's see. Number 18 for me, continue learning how to manage my mindset set to help lead our vision. Again, I think that's something I've done better this year. Of course, I could always do even more, but I do think that that's something that we did. Number 18, improve as a husband.
Tried. And for 19, improve as a father. Where's 20?
No, this is 19 for 19.
Oh, 19 for 19.
Remember,
I'm sorry.
Right, we're doing 20 for 20.
I'm just always thinking about a nice round number. Yeah, so again, those are things that you always can kind of keep improving on.
But you know, you kind of feel it in your heart when there's that moment when you feel like, okay, I need to step in to that role even when I'm not feeling like it. I guess that's kind of where I'm at. Okay. With the being responsive and and then I know for sure number 19 we did not do faithfully. Was do branding photo shoots at least once a month. We did not. Right. But we are going to at least pick up where we left off and hopefully go back down that road again. Yeah. We did try some different avenues this time. So, but let's see what we're going to do 20 for 20. If you enjoyed this episode, then make sure you join us for the next where we will share what our goals are for 2020. Yes. And we'd like to hear some of your goals. Did you accomplish this year what you wanted to accomplish? What things could you have done better? And then, of course, let's all get ready to look forward to 2020. Last episode of the year. Thank you guys for being with us. If you dig the vibe, make sure you
subscribe.
We're wishing you love, peace, and
chicken grease.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.